You walk into any electronics aisle in late 2026. The floor hums fluorescent. Your eyes scan the wall, neon temples of television, and Tech One brand blur quantum clarity. Another shouts real AI vision. Every box sparkles. Every price tag promises power. It's hypnotic and intentional. Because in these spaces, confusion is profit. They don't sell you the best TV. They sell you the best illusion. Every year, homes get smarter, but the decisions, they get harder. In 2026, buying a TV isn't just about picking a screen. It's navigating a minefield of clever marketing, hidden compromises, and engineered obsolescence. We wanted better brightness. What we got was brands pushing flashover foundation, overclocking lights, underbuilding longevity. A year ago, my neighbor bought a 65 in Smart Excellence LED for their new family room day 1. Crisp, day 60, blurred shadows in corners. By month 6, the menu froze midstream. Netflix locked. The volume stuck at 38. He thought it was just bad luck. It wasn't. It's a pattern. And tonight we expose it. Not just with specs, with truth. No sponsors, no brand deals, just quiet warnings earned from what breaks when nobody's watching. Let's start at the bottom. And I mean the very bottom. TV brand number 12. The illusion of value. There's always that one tag in the aisle. Big TV, tiny price. $198 for a 55-inch. Too good to scroll past. So people grab it between grocery runs and birthday cards. But weeks in, it starts backlight flickering like a strobe. Whites with a blue tint. Remote lag so bad it feels haunted. When the screen finally dies right after the return window, you learn the hard part. These brands, let's call them storefront specials, use the cheapest LED arrays imaginable. No thermal protection, no panel longevity. They look bold in store lighting, but fade in your living room. The worst part, they're built to fail right after they've made their margin. TV brand 11, the disposable label. A father in Idaho emailed us. He said his daughter finally saved up for her own apartment. First couch, first plants, first big screen TV, a 58-inch with a flashy boot animation. Looked great until the first dark movie night. Then every shadow turned oily. Every background gray instead of black, details blurred, faces glowed unnaturally. What she bought wasn't just cheap, it was hollow. Behind that badge was a rotating mess of third P parties. This brand and others like it don't build TVs. They assemble them from leftover suppliers every quarter. And if it breaks, there are no replacement parts, no panel support. You're left with a plastic shell of tech and a lesson no warranty will cover. TV brand number 10, the legacy disguise. Some names feel safe because we grew up seeing them. They were in grandparents' dens. They hummed beside Friday night dinners. But now, some of those logos are just license plates for anonymous factories. Take one of them. Once heralded for American innovation, these days, the name rides on panels rejected from other brands. The result, dark scenes with color banding, whites tinged with yellow, motion blur so thick it turns every football into a comet. And the OS feels like someone shoved an Android phone from 2014 inside. These aren't smart TVs, they're smart looking until you try to use them. Then they fold. TV brand number 9, the split identity. One of the most deceptive is a brand that's still premium abroad. In Europe, their OLEDs are mesmerizing real blacks, amberite immersion, plus build quality that hums when you touch the frame. But here in the US, completely different company. Same badge, very different DNA. What you're actually buying is something stapled together under a licensed name, stripping out everything that once made it premium. One user said it perfectly. I thought I bought a German-engineered masterpiece. Instead, it was a knockoff wearing my dad's tuxedo. This is the danger now. Brands mean less than they used to. A name alone doesn't guarantee anything, and the aisle lights won't tell you what's beneath the logo. Now, let's breathe. Because beneath the bargain pile, where dreams flicker out in record time, lies a second danger zone. The middle shelf illusion. The TVs that seem fine, decent, affordable, trustworthy. Until year 2, that's when the backlight loses its courage. That's when the OS forgets how to open Disney+. That's when the sound starts crackling during rainy night episodes of your favorite coffee-stained drama. And it's not an accident. These mid-tier brands know most buyers won't return after year one, so they optimize just for that window, just long enough to dodge the return policy, just cheap enough to hit $299. But these are the sets that die closest to your heart. They tease beauty, deliver burden. TV. Brand number 8, the Smart Trap. You don't walk in thinking, I want a mediocre TV. You think, let's be smart. So you skip Sony too much. Skip LG, still pricey. Then bam, a 55-inch TV catches your eye. Nice interface, good logo, smart fire integration, and the price tempting. But here's the truth. This isn't a brand. It's a strategy. Behind the screen lies a bargain basement panel. Cheaply lit, inconsistently calibrated looks, flashy in the store, dies quietly at home, and it doesn't fail instantly. That'd be too obvious. Instead, apps get slower. Motion gets smeary, vertical lines creep in like ghosts. This brand gives you the illusion of control until it resets, reboots, or simply refuses to boot at all. A technician once told me, this is the TV people buy once, then never again. TV. Brand number 7, the Legacy Ghost. Some brands are trapped in time. They used to headline catalogs, now they headline complaints because while their logo implies prestige, their parts scream discount. No HDR optimization speakers that ring like snack bags. Color that goes flat 20 degrees off C-center. And updates one pushed version once bricked the entire OS for 2 weeks. Support didn't know. The company didn't care. These aren't modern sets. They're outdated ghosts pretending to be new. It's shocking how many TVs are built to charm in-store and collapse once home. It's worse than disposable. It's deliberate exhaustion because a screen that breaks after 15 months means you're back in aisle 8 by 18 months. And the brands know exactly what they're doing. But we're not done yet. Because what happens when the TV looks beautiful, feels premium. Price seems right, but it still breaks your heart. Let's go deeper into the danger zone next. Some TVs don't die with a bang. They fall apart the way old relationships do. Quietly, softly, after the warranty ends, a little lag here, a slow crash there, and eventually the picture starts looking like a memory you wish you didn't have. TV. Brand number 6, the Uncertain Gamble. There's one brand people keep taking a chance on. Not because it's the best, not even because it's good, because it used to be. Ask anyone who grew up watching Friday family movies. This name meant quality. But in 2026, that same label gets cheaply reimagined in multiple factories by multiple hands with zero consistency. One model from this brand might surprise you. The next, a slow motion failure. Buying it feels like flipping a quarter. Heads, decent build, okay lifespan. Tail screen flickering by year 2. The contrast can't keep up with explosions. The OS stutters like it's buffering your own thoughts. And there's that moment when you go to switch inputs, and it just doesn't. You sit there holding a remote, tapping it like a stubborn dog, and for a second you ask yourself, is this really smart? But it's not you. It's potential repackaged and sold before it's ready. These TVs aren't evil. They're just tired. TV brand number 5. The fall from grace. This one hurts because this brand didn't start in the bargain bin. It climbed, earned a loyal following, dropped jaws at CES, gave people high performance without a high ego. Then the supply chain changed, development slowed, and the software collapsed into glitch after glitch. They tried to push their own interface. Now even that lags like it's jogging through syrup. I've read the emails. One user wrote, I bought it because it felt like the smart choice. 2 months later, I regret everything. Another said, my screen dimming behaves like a haunted house. Sometimes it flickers when there's no light. Here's the truth. Their picture quality, middling, their updates risky, and the design still sleek but fragile. It's like a car with a beautiful dashboard and an engine full of loose screws. What happened to this brand wasn't just decline. It was disconnection. They stopped listening and we, the buyers, paid the price. TV brand number 4, the flashy giant with quiet flaws. Here's where things get controversial. This brand dominates shelves. Their TVs are bold. Their color pops. Their motion is fluid in-store videos, and when you stack them next to others, they win the first impression. But first impressions fade because under the flash is a company cutting corners quietly in that dangerous middle tier. Once you get it home, bright scenes look great. Dark scenes fall apart. Aggressive software processing tries to fake contrast. Backlight uniformity is weak, and the lack of Dolby Vision still a red flag, one they refuse to answer for. Not every model is flawed. The highest-end flagships are breathtaking. But most shoppers don't spend $2,500. They spend $600, maybe $800. And that's where this brand quietly underdelivers update conflicts, app crashes, color, overpush so far. Everyone looks like a skincare ad. They've mastered the demo, not the dependability. But let's pause, because right now you're thinking, okay, what do I actually buy? What brand won't leave me regretting this entire purchase? Let's climb out of the minefield and into the brands that earn your trust. Because at the top, there still exist companies that care, not about flash, not just about specs, about presence, about detail, about truth. Top brand number 3, the OLED pioneer. There's one brand that bent the entire industry with one panel. Before them, we were stuck cheering for brighter LEDs, as if spotlighting whites harder somehow made the blacks darker. Then they showed the world dark. Doesn't have to be muddy. It can be pure. It can be cinema. OLED arrived like a whisper and then changed everything. This company's SIR and G series still among the best experiences you can have in a living room. There's no blooming, no flashlight corners, no crushed shadows, just genuine depth. An espresso brown looks like espresso, not tar, not gray. Their interface clean, their tech quietly advanced. And while their budget lines aren't breathtaking, their flagship OLEDs are what filmmakers dream of. And yet, even this brand has limits. Their brightness still can't fight direct sun. Burn-in protection improved, but not perfect. Still, if you want your movies to feel like memories, not just image, this is where magic lives. Top brand number 2, the Value King. Nobody predicted 10 years ago this name felt generic. Now they're a problem for every other manufacturer, not because they have better marketing, they don't because they deliver better performance per dollar than just about anyone. Immense brightness, strong contrast, deep dimming zones, and the kind of modern interface that feels snappy, not forced. They're massive models, 98 in and beyond, cost less than some 75 in sets from brands we already mentioned. But again, honesty, they aren't perfect. Their panels can vary. Motion smoothing weak in some models. Budget units sluggish. But when you take $900 and put it next to what their mid-range model can do, it's like buying a top-shelf scotch for the cost of beer, which is why they've not only earned our recommendation, they've earned your curiosity. Top brand number 1. Number 1, the picture quality master. If you've ever walked past a wall of TVs, one always stops you. One looks less like a screen and more like real life. That's this brand. It's not hype. It's highly advanced image processing. They take the same panel competitors use and make it look better every single time. Their motion handling is so refined, it doesn't look like TV anymore. It looks like theater. Color grading so accurate. Hollywood calibrators use it as reference. Even sound design is tuned for projection-like presence. Their tone mapping astounding. HDR scenes bloom with precision, not overexposure. Ask any AV technician if you want a television you'll never want to upgrade. This is where the journey ends and the joy begins. Yes, their TVs cost more up front, but they also don't age like the rest. And in 5 years, when others have yellowed, glitched, frozen, this one keeps inviting you back in night after night, scene after scene. It's the TV that doesn't need to impress you, it just immerses you. Final echo. In 2026, buying a TV isn't about features on a box. It isn't about sales rankings or tech influencers or glowing aisles. It's about asking a better question. Will this TV still work when the hype fades? Because most don't. They're designed for the checkout, not the years afterward. So here's the final tier system. Simple, honest, unforgiving. Avoid completely store brand specials. Rotating logo companies, anything built in a new factory each season. B. Cautious with former legends lost to time, mid-tier models disguised as premium brands relying on nostalgia, not consistency. Worth it with knowledge, well-known giants with known flaws, Samsung's value ranges, Vizio's legacy models, be smart in particular, buy with confidence, TCLG Sony, different strengths, different pricing, same end goal, true quality, because here's what the aisle doesn't tell you. The smartest TV purchase in 2026 isn't about pixels, it's about presence. And the best screen you can buy is the one that disappears when you hit play. They want one that's smart enough to work. Before you go, hit that subscribe button. We don't just review, we reveal. From the hype to the hidden hardware to the decisions brands pray you'll never question, smart spending starts now. So hit like, subscribe NextGen Picks, and join thousands of viewers who already know the best tech isn't just what works, it's what lasts.